What's happening in the Lockheed Martin Flight Services game these days? What's the latest and greatest?
Well, as you know, we have the Lockheed Martin Flight Services System, the AFSS, the Automated Flight Service Station System. And right now we're starting year 9 on that program. That provides the specialists that do the briefings for the pilots when you call in for a flight plan briefing and file a flight plan, and we have the in-flight radio communications. But we are going towards a slightly different direction in including some online and web-based type features, things such as the adverse condition alerting service and the surveillance enhanced search and rescue operations. We promised that we would add new features over the course of the next year, and we have, such as the next-gen briefing capability, which will make it vastly easier for pilots to be able to understand flight plans. You know, when you look at a flight plan that comes out of the systems these days, it's kind of sort of a 1960s teletype type of briefing, 50, 60, 70 pages long. What we do is make that a lot easier by putting it into an English language format, something that is more applicable to your route of flight during the time of your route of flight. We also have new features such as our easy activate and easy close features, which make it very easy for you to be reminded that you need to close a flight plan. And a variety of other features in addition to, like I mentioned, the adverse condition alerting service, which provides you updates between the last time that you've talked to one of our specialists on your flight plan and any changes to your conditions that have occurred since that time, so that you can actually, modify your flight plan if necessary. Surveillance enhanced search and rescue allows us to do uplink and downlink capabilities to give you those alerts in the adverse condition alerting service that we said, but also for us to be able to monitor you and give you the ability then to, after you've launched, if indeed you do get into trouble, the system will alert us and we can begin that search and rescue operation a lot earlier. The current methodology that we utilize, which follows the FAA standards, is that about a half hour after you land, if you have not closed your flight plan, we initiate those preliminary search and rescue operations, which includes simple things such as calling you on the phone, calling the airport and see if they see your tail number somewhere. But that can take a while on a 3-hour flight. If you go down 15 minutes into the flight, that's a good 2, 3, 4 hours before people are really looking for you. Okay, so the surveillance enhanced search and rescue allows us to immediately be notified in our system when you stop transmitting on your transponder or you hit the alert button, okay, or your fixed-wing aircraft suddenly starts pinging in the same location. That kind of is an indicator that there's something not right. It really does enhance the safety of the pilot, and it's a service that we provide at no cost to the pilots and no extra additional cost to the FAA. We really do care about the pilots and go that extra mile for you, especially for those folks that need that special attention associated with a personal touch to it. The student pilot, the new pilot, or the folks that just need that extra special discussion on the flight plan.
Where do you go from here?
Well, I think it's obvious that what we want to do is we want to supplement the human in the loop aspect, the specialists who talk to you on the telephone or talk to you in flight, okay? We want to ensure that we maintain a level of that kind of involvement so that we don't get involved in other areas and pass off that work to other areas within the FAA, but also that we go forward into things such as mobile applications and more web-based operations, and you integrate that automated kind of online type processes with the human in the loop with those folks that need it. It's always good to talk to somebody and say, hey, I just want to bounce this off you. Is it still a good idea for me to take off today? About half of our calls are associated with those folks that have filed online. One of the important things, honestly, is for me, I've worked in air traffic and FAA programs for almost 30 years now, and I want to ensure the integrity of the NAS. Okay, and one of the things that Lockheed Martin does very, very well is their cyber capabilities and the ability to ingest information into the NAS in a very secure environment. And that's what we can provide to these smaller vendors, the ones who want to be able to go straight into the NAS. Going through us, the folks that protect the F-35, the folks that protect the F-16 for the country, that kind of cyber ingestion, cyber security is something that we can provide for the small vendors at no additional cost. And indeed, a lot of them have come on board. We have a lot of folks that have either come on board or in the process of coming on board, and you're going to see some pretty cool things coming up here in the very near future.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Redbird Flight Simulations is dedicated to revolutionizing flight training by designing, manufacturing, and delivering affordable and innovative flight training technologies. Each Redbird device is designed to enhance the training experience for pilots of all levels, from student to ATP. Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.